my loves. Welcome into this Aries new moon Act 2 solar eclipse reading. This video is for you if this new moon is happening in your 12th house, meaning you are a Taurus rising using the whole house system, or 29 degrees 50 minutes of Aries shows up in your 12th house using a different house system. Welcome in. If you have not already watched the introduction, you're going to want to do that. I give you a foundation of understanding that's necessary for you to really get the most out of what it is that I'm going to say here. You're going to be lost. You might even be lost if once you watch the introduction, and I apologize for that. I'm working on synthesizing an 800-page book into, it was like a 10-minute explanation. So forgive me if I've lost you. If you want to learn more from the person who wrote the 800-page book, he talks about it for an hour in a YouTube video called The Interview. And you can watch that if you want to dive into this content deeper. I do recommend watching that to learn more. Okay, so 12th house is the house of the hidden realms, deals with the areas of our life that rule our unconscious world, our dreams, our fears, our secrets, and our intuition. It's ruled by the 12th sign of the zodiac, which is Pisces. And so this is the area of our lives that we're going to be talking about the human condition in context of. And we're going to be using the advice that we got from the Act 1 reading to kind of tie in to our understanding of the human condition and our discussion of how it plays out in the 12th house for you. Your card was cancel, clear, delete. Use only positive words and thoughts as they are rapidly manifesting into form. Ask the angels, your guides, to cancel the efforts of past negative thinking. Okay. So what I'm really feeling here is the guidance to get support with your unconscious patterns that are oriented to the human condition. Okay. And again, the human condition is this state of living in conflict within ourselves and within the outer world, of expecting altruistic, loving, compassionate behavior and receiving or acting in a way that's contrary to that. And we've really been suffering from that. And so what happens when we are children, forming our unconscious minds that will operate after 7 and up, basically. We're basically forming our unconscious mind from 0 to 7 is what I mean to say. What happened in that time frame for you in your life is going to be informing basically everything else that has happened since then, because it's going to be repeating the patterns of your childhood. So if whatever you encountered in your childhood has been stored in your unconscious, and it really feels like there's a lot of negative thoughts in there. There's a lot of self-deprecation in there. Because what happens when we are born into a world and expect altruism and expect to be treated lovingly and unconditionally and given attention from 0 to 6 and to receive unconditional love and support from that time, and to live in a world where there's plenty and there's no competition and there's no threats. When we are not experiencing that and we experience the extreme opposite of it, we start to question whether or not it's not happening because it's our fault. We're so oriented to expect this environment because of 10 million years of adapting genetically to an environment that was this way. We're so oriented to that expectation that the only explanation our intellect can give us is, well, there must be something wrong with us. We must be the problem. And so that's in your unconscious somewhere. Okay. Somewhere you believe that you are unworthy because you didn't get the love that you expected. So you've created a story that maybe it was because you weren't worthy of it. Okay. And that's in there somewhere in your unconscious. And part of being freed from the human condition is bringing this to the consciousness, bringing our full awareness to our thoughts and how they are based in this untruth that we've developed when we didn't know anything better. You know, a wise elder that I study this content with says that, you know, when we don't know, we make up a story. And so we didn't know why we experienced a world that wasn't what we expected. So we made up a story that we weren't worthy, that there was something wrong with us. And we've been seeking validation that there isn't anything wrong with us. Our entire life, we've been coping with the pain of, gosh, just the of this world, the competition, the selfishness, the egotism, the greed within us, which has been such a short source of shame and guilt, and definitely adding fuel to the fire of we're not worthy, and also the devastation that it causes us to see that happening in the outer world to the rest of our human family. So this cancel, clear, delete card is all about resetting the unconscious mind with the knowledge of this material, right? It takes it one step further than just using positive words and thoughts. Use this knowledge and understanding to formulate, to inform your positive thoughts and words so that you can cancel the effects of the lies that you told yourself. I am worthy. I was born worthy. This is happening because there's been a 2 million long battle between instinct and intellect that is coming to an end. I am worthy. I am here to support this awareness and understanding and to embody my own worth, to remind everyone else of their worth, to forgive those who I blamed for their treatment of me, not understanding that their treatment of me was because the treatment of them was even worse and had the same problem compounding on it. So there's this great shift that's happening here in your unconscious realm when it comes to your thoughts and your unconscious beliefs about yourself and about others and about humanity. You might not think humanity's worth saving. You might think that there are just some people in the world who are terrible and unworthy. And that is also a lie. Because now we know that we were all born worthy. We were all born innocent souls. And the things that we've encountered and experienced have been so traumatizing that the way that we've coped with it has been extremely damaging to ourselves and to the human species and collective. And it's time for you to bring this truth into your consciousness and to reprogram your unconscious beliefs that you aren't worthy. And you might think that you think you're worthy, but somewhere under there is a piece of you that doesn't quite believe that, doesn't quite buy into that truth, because you really feel like if you were worthy, you would have received a different childhood. And now you know that that's not true, that you were worthy the whole time. And the reason that your childhood didn't have the unconditional love and attention of your parents from 0 to 6, and that you didn't have an environment that was completely abundant and completely loving and supportive of you, is not because you weren't worthy of it, but is because our species has been developing a great asset when it comes to adaptation called the intellect, nerve-based learning system. But the problem with this development of intellect was that it had to go against our instinctual nature. Our instinctual nature, again, is our loving, compassionate, cooperative, selfless, altruistic beings. That is our genetic inheritance and history. And this is the secret that we're bringing to the forefront, right? 12th house has to deal with secrets. And so we are bringing the secret to the forefront of our awareness and letting the cat out of the bag, so to speak, and really allowing ourselves to see humanity and ourselves through this lens and through this awareness and this material. I really don't have much more to add here, 12th housers. This is actually the most straightforward, which usually the 12th house is the most ambiguous. I'm getting a kick out of that. So thank you for being here. Let me know if you have questions. Let me know how this resonates. And as always, namaste. The universal light within me salutes and honors the universal light within you. Namaste.